It's night and day.
Dissidia Final Fantasy.
Night and day, back again.
Yes, we're back. Back in the world of Dissidia Final Fantasy.
This time, we're back in post-commentary because Shinryu is hard as balls.
Yeah, it's pretty hard to just completely destroy Shinryu because it takes a lot of focus and a lot of attempts.
Alright, so the other reason that we wanted to do this is because we actually are going to show Shinryu with two characters because we got to the end of the bosses and realized, uh-oh, we didn't have enough bosses left to show everyone we wanted to show. So what we're going to do is split it up and show for the first half of Shinryu, good old Ramza.
Yeah.
And the second half is where Kane will finish it off for us.
Yep, the Dragon Slayer.
Yeah.
Will come in for the final blow.
The Dragoon to take out the dragon. It's pretty fitting.
Yeah, exactly. It's Iridium's finest.
So, we'll also explain how we fought this guy, in case anybody wants to use this as a guide sort of thing, because he's pretty tough. So we'll go over the strategy that we used and found success with, and you can duplicate it or not. So
just live your life, man.
It's pretty tough with Ramza and Kane because they're both melee characters.
Right. Yeah.
And, well, melee characters doing the safety dance means it's going to take a long time because they can't really contribute that much. Like I did a quick Ultima with Ramza right there, and there's a Spirit Arrow, which is his upgraded form of Stone Throw. Yeah, mostly I'm not doing his moves because the safest thing to do is just to stay away and safety dance it. And even that is harder than in the normal mode, versus most of the other bosses that we were safety dancing on hard mode. But we'll explain that in a bit. First we'll go over the team that we used and why.
Right.
So we got Ramza, and the team we're using to back him up is Ultimacia and Noctis.
Yep.
And the reason we went with Mage and Melee instead of two ranged is because it seems to drop him faster that way. We fought him a bunch of times and did it with different combinations, and the two mages still works. It just seems like he basically doesn't fall as quickly that way.
Right, yeah. It seems like the melee characters can deal a bit more damage consistently than having two mages on the team. Like that.
Yeah,
So,
here he falls pretty quick.
yeah, got a nice chunk of change down on his life there.
We used Ramza's second HP attack, the Earth Render, because it has a decent amount of range to it. So it's, in case you can't get all the way up there in time, it's slightly safer. Because time is tough, especially with the melee guys.
Oh yeah, especially if you're going to be using someone like Ramza or something like that, because the speed is not really there. Like you would like, especially if you're playing an assassin or something like that.
Right, Ramza
then-
doesn't have assassin speed, he's closer to Vanguard, so the timing is tighter on pretty much evading every move and getting in close. So the abilities that we gave Ramza are Bravery Regen and Perfect Defense. And the Bravery Regen is because if you're not contributing damage, you're not building your own Bravery gauge. So we have that so that we could regen Bravery as much as possible and try to regen and constantly be building Bravery by any chance that we could get.
Yeah, exactly.
For the same reason we gave the allies both share Bravery so that they can contribute to our Bravery also. So anything we could do to build up our Bravery was helpful so that when we got in there and he did drop and we could get a hit, it wasn't just default value every single time.
Right, yeah, exactly. Because you don't want to be like giving any more opportunities than necessary for Shinryu to hit you, because once he goes into his purple HP attack, he's going to spam that until he hits somebody, and now he's in hard mode and he's only going to be attacking you. So there's a good opportunity that he's going to get you just like that.
Yeah, that was an example where the Ramza speed hurts because he got all three of us with that.
Yeah, wow.
Because the assassins can dodge that Levin bolt faster with their higher movement speed, and when he does Levin bolt, well, we'll go over the moves a little bit in just a minute here, but to finish going over the moves that we have, we've got splat. We've got Perfect Defense for Ramza instead of
Ren Shield.
Ren Shield, yeah, because the number one, we can't get close to use Ren Shield very consistently.
Right.
And even though we could use it when he dropped, number two, he's got this move in the second half called Fulgent Rain, and when he uses that, I did not find a consistent way to evade that. The Crimson Rain in Form 2, pretty consistent, easy to evade. But in this, oh my god, I tried running towards, running side, diagonal, back, whatever, what have you, and he just couldn't consistently evade it. So even though I could evade it sometimes, I just went for the perfect defense to make sure that you could block it and take that out of the equation. That way it just eliminates it from the equation. Perfect defense always regens before he uses it again because he never spams that consistently. So that just makes the fight a lot safer and more consistent, which, you know, if you're going for the win every time to make sure you can get to phase 2 every single time, you want it that's consistent as possible.
Yeah, definitely. Because, yeah, if you're trying to avoid taking damage, because like we said before, bravery is a really big thing here. So not only you having bravery, but any chance you can get of limiting the bravery that he gets is definitely needed.
And yeah, Ren Shield, the allies, it's just not as much of an MVP in this fight overall. Even when the allies have it, they don't use it as consistently as they do versus other bosses. So even though Ren Shield was MVP for almost every single one of these hard mode bosses versus Shinryu, it really did not shine. So potentially it would have been better to go with something else entirely. The mages sometimes use it when they're not even in range, hardly use it at all, and Noctis does use it. That's probably another reason why he drops faster in with Noctis in the team. But yeah, overall it might have been better just to go with something else entirely. But we didn't end up experimenting too much before we got the win, so we went with that, the old standard.
Yeah. I mean, it's been tried and true for pretty much all of our other fights with bosses, so we figured we'd kind of stick with that. But
drop them. So, not quite halfway though. It's tough to get them halfway in just 2 iterations. It's possible, but I didn't do it very many times. Most of the time it was just, it took 3.
Right, yeah.
But
I mean, he has a lot of HP, and even with your allies not being able to stay capped all the time, it's hard to maintain something like that.
Yeah, it's funny though, going back and doing the bosses in normal mode after this was like total
like
cake.
Cake
like
walk.
You could get everyone in to halfway in not even 2 iterations. Like often it would just be one drop, and we'd take them to halfway. So there's a chance we'll revisit doing those in another video if you guys are interested in it, where we just show them like just obliterating them because it's so much easier now. But okay, so now we should go over the moves that Shinryu has, basically, so that in case anybody wants to use this as a guide, you'll be able to know what to expect and to evade everything that you need to. So for Ramza, first of all, Ramza's moves, the way he plays, he has a support kind of thing with his EX ability is Shout, and if it's full, then it's Shout, and if you hold down the EX button, it becomes Enervate. So once you use the Shout ability, all of Ramza's abilities get powered up. So you might have seen earlier when I had it near the beginning where Ramza had a sword strike, and his sword was glowing orange, and there was an orange glow, like an arc at the end of his sword strike. And he had the spirit arrow instead of... Oh, they got him fast this time. The spirit arrow instead of the stone throw, which is his default one. So basically all of his moves get a slight power boost when he's in shout mode, which he is right now. And also, if you hold the triangle button while, or the EX button while he's not in, well, the meter's not actually ready, the ability's not charged yet, it will actually charge the ability really fast. So it's kind of like powering up with Ki and Dragon Ball or something like that. Yeah. So Ramza, unlike a lot of other characters, can constantly be doing something to like attack, or if he has a spare moment to build up his own ability.
Right.
So it's kind of a pretty active, fun play style if you want to use him that way. Of course, here safety dancing is the priority.
Right, exactly. Keep your distance first, and then we can shout later.
Yeah, stay alive first.
Yeah.
All right, so, and yeah, bravery regen lets us build up that bar as long as you don't get hit. So let's go over Shinryu's stuff. So this purple move is one of the things that makes it harder than other bosses to safety dance him, because the best way to evade that is to run towards him. And that changes things up a lot.
Yeah, definitely.
Constantly getting close is not how you want to safety dance.
Yeah.
So, but you have to do that because if you run sideways, the balls have enough speed to track you and hit you. So closing in at the angle is really what you need, either like directly at him or at an angle towards him. So here's the Fulgent Rain thing, where you use perfect defense, and you can block it no problem.
Yeah, you don't have to worry about running using your meter or anything like that. Just sit pretty and you're good. Yeah.
If you have a way to evade it just by running, then you can get another ability in there that's not perfect defense. But I couldn't do it consistently, so this was the way to make it every single time, guaranteed survival. So Tidal Wave, as long as you're at distance, you can stay away by running to either side. His other HP attack is Levin Bolt, which when he's in HP attack mode and his bravery is purple, you can just be ready as soon as you see Levin Bolt start running to the side.
Right.
Because especially with Ramza, as Travis mentioned, his speed isn't the best, so you need to start running ASAP. Levin Bolt works in 3 different ways. It'll target underneath every single character, but who it targets first is random. At least from what I could tell. It doesn't always target you first, but if it does, then you have less time to run.
Right.
And if that's the case, then with Ramza, you need to hit the button as soon as you possibly can.
Exactly. Yeah. As soon as you see that animation starting, or you see that text go up, you've got to start sprinting because you're not going to make it otherwise.
I got nailed there by the edge of it.
Yeah. That's what makes it so hard. That's why safety dancing is like such a good option. Because that tidal wave, if you try to get close to do an attack with any of the melee characters, like he can destroy you at any given point with that. So it's really hard to dodge something like that.
Yeah, tidal wave is the primary reason why we went with the safety dance strat for melee. Because if you're in there and you're super close and it's on hard mode where he's only targeting you, then, well, that makes it a huge challenge.
Yeah.
Because if he quick targets and does a gigantic tidal wave, you can't evade that in time. So even with the faster characters, that's too challenging. So that's why we safety dance it. So yeah, with Ramza, you gotta run ASAP. Kane and other assassins, fast characters, have the ability. They have more leeway since their higher speed lets them dodge tidal wave and Levin Bolt more easily. And tidal wave also, you don't want to be close, so if he follows up a purple move where you have to run in close with tidal wave, then it's going to be hard for you to dodge and the sides of the tidal wave might clip you. Oh yeah, the chaotic deluge move. So he has that in the second form, and that has 3 different effects. The first one is it'll double his bravery. So that's pretty straightforward. Doubles his bravery, usually it sends him into purple once. That means, evade all of the attacks until he Levin bolts one of your allies, and that'll reduce his bravery back.
Yeah, exactly. Just live in the shadow of your teammate's death for a little bit.
The second time he does it, it's still called Chaotic Deluge, but the second time it does it, it says that his bravery stabilizes, and what that means is his bravery will not change. So for a while, if his bravery is 9999, it'll stay 9999 until that ability wears off. So that puts you on edge. You have to evade non-stop, or else you're toast. But if he does it at a dumb time because his AI is not perfect, it'll just go when that ability is ready to go. And he does it when he has like 200 bravery. Then you catch a break.
Awesome. Yeah.
He can't take you out for a long time. He can't build bravery if his moves hit you. You're kind of safe for a little while. The third time he does it, it puts doom on everyone, and unless you drop him, you'll lose all your bravery.
Right.
So the golden tornadoes, which are the easiest thing for you to dodge, but for some reason impossible for your allies to dodge.
Yeah, it's just one of those moves that the AI cannot handle.
The ice move he'll do if he's close. That's another reason why you want to pretty much keep your distance.
Away,
yeah, there he did the stabilization at 2900, so that's pretty good.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And we got...
Oh, nice. That's awesome. There we go.
And the orange laser beam of death, you just want to block ASAP, because if it hits you, it's not the end of the world because it's just bravery, but it's super quick, so you want to get good at blocking it just so he doesn't constantly build his bravery.
Right, exactly, yeah. So the biggest reason to avoid something like that is just so he doesn't dive into his constant HP attack game all over again. And plus, if you're trying to maintain your bravery for an actual attack that'll mean something, you're gonna want to have to avoid that at all costs there.
And here's mode 2, and we'll cover that with Kane.
All right, yeah. See you guys with Kane.
So that's going to do it for this episode. We'll see you guys next time for Shinryu 2BU.
Yes. See you guys next time. The motion that he does for that is so awesome.
And there he goes. He just did a super into a super.
Yeah. Wow, that's such a troll move.
Yeah, he wasn't even purple there. And now he's just...
Another one.
Holy crap. This is like the ultimate gauntlet of death right here.